with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
My sister played on big too for the last interview.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Dang, another one got me snapping. I can't help it. I can't help it, y'all. Okay. I see you, Miss Choc. Okay, you. Connecting. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Well, I'm
That's
well. It's been time over there, right?
yeah, it's 5:02 over here.
Okay.
Let me back this up a little bit more. Okay.
All right. So we gonna get right into it. You look so good. I love the cut.
Girl,
I
I need
did,
to
but I think it was 2 years ago.
what when you saw I cut my hair?
No, like
Uh,
no, I 2 years ago, like completely. Yeah. So I did the whole. Yeah, I did the big chop too. Like, how does
it's
it feel?
it's so refreshing. I like it just because I don't know how to do my own hair. So just having
See,
short
that's
hair and
the lot.
yeah, just having short hair and wetting it and just brushing it. Good to go.
It's easier to maintain. It's a lot of work with hair. I get
That,
it. For sure. So, how would you say you are as a person and as the artist? Like, how would you describe that?
um, I think I'm very genuine. I'm very caring. I'm very loving. I'm very emotional. I'm a Cancer, so I'm like super in tune with my feelings.
Good thing. You
So
gotta be.
yeah, so I think it works for when I'm Chalk and then when I'm Corey, just because when I'm Chalk, I can kind of tap into my emotions and then I can just let it all out in the booth. But I definitely would say Chalk, she's more. She's not as shy as Corey, Like Corey, she's shy, she's sweet, she's innocent, but Chalk, she's more just like ready to go.
Right.
So
That's like your alter ego. I feel that. We
in the
all got.
booth,
Uh-huh.
yeah, when I'm in the booth or when I'm singing, like it's just a whole different, like I'm a whole different person. Like another person just comes out of me. It's super dope. I love it.
I, I believe that. Like, I feel like everybody should have an alter ego. If you don't, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
For real.
Exactly.
For real. So, what inspired the name Choc? Like, what inspired that stage name?
Well, when I was younger, my dad used to call me Chalk, and it's short for chocolate.
Hmm.
And I felt like it went with my aesthetic. I'm chocolate, and growing up, I didn't used to love my skin tone. I didn't used to love me. So I
I hate
think,
that. I'm sorry. I really hate hearing that. That's crazy.
yeah, I
It's a.
hate that I did that. But
Hmm.
as I grew up and started surrounding myself around the right people, I just started seeing like, you're beautiful. Like even with short hair, like I don't think I would have ever thought that I could, pull this off. But it's
Yep.
just confidence and loving yourself. So I'm sorry, my dogs. Hey, hey,
What's
one
the dog?
sec. Charlie and Zane. I'm about to put them in the room. They're wild. Come on,
Come on.
go.
Thanks for coming in. We really appreciate all the love. But in stunning. Okay.
Thank
I-
you.
Stunning.
Okay, so what I was saying was before I got really interrupted. Um, so yeah, I just feel like chalk just goes with my whole aesthetic. I'm all about woman empowerment as well. And I'm just about making other chocolate women and other women who are not comfortable in their own skin tone to feel comfortable. It's definitely a journey, but when you get to where you need to be, I feel like nothing can really, interfere with the way you feel.
That's important, and that's a really powerful thing to say because I know so many people do go through that moment, especially being darker skinned. But I really
Right.
hate hearing it honestly, and I say this because like it's just a skin tone. Like we are all human beings and we have our own beauty. Nobody should be, looked down or, feel like they're better than because it just don't make no sense.
Right, right.
It really don't. It's just so trifling.
Very
So
true.
it is. So as a woman, like you said, you're into women empowerment. So as a woman, we do get a lot of flack. We get a lot of talk about, how we should wear our hair, how we should wear our clothes, how we should be acting. What are some things you do to combat that fight? Because that is a fight that's ongoing. So what do you do to make sure nobody's insecurities tap into, your well-being?
I mean, I kind of just have a mindset. I'm going to do what I want to do at the end of the day, regardless of what people have to say. Like, you
Yeah.
know, past relationships, they thought, I'm a girl, so why is your hair short? Because I want my hair to be short. Like, you don't have to be a male or a female to have long or short hair. It's whatever you want at the end of the day. Like, I have a face tat, and right here, and it says Belle. It stands for beauty in
Mm-hmm.
French. And
Okay.
and and growing up, I was always just so like people's opinions really matter to me. Like, say I wanted to get a face tag and you told me I shouldn't. I'm not gonna get it because you told me not to. But I really want to get it, but you feel I shouldn't, so I'm not going to. And so I think it's just part of growing up. I know what I wanted and I know what I like, and that's just what it is. And I feel like that's why a lot of people, they get me and they fall in love with me because I don't really care what people have to say, and I'm just gonna be me at the end of the day and do what I want to do,
That's
regardless.
beautiful. No, that's beautiful. No, I feel that 100%. Like, it's so important because it's just not fair to us women. Like, we really, like, it's not ladylike or whatever the case may be. Nobody should have that much say on what you do with your
Right,
body, you know?
right.
And I was showing my mom the video for Choc, and she was feeling it. She's like, oh
Yeah.
my God. She was like,
I
this.
I notice I get like I have all age ranges,
I
that
feel,
that like, look up to me and they like what I do, and I feel like that's dope. Not just having,
yeah, R&B. Like,
just have just having just versatile. That's super dope.
no, it is very versatile because I feel like, our generation, like we're probably around the same age. We know what we like. So you definitely, I feel like you were able to tap into both, which is really, I don't know if that's an easy thing to do. So I definitely give you your props there.
I just
Um,
feel like I have soul too at the end of the day.
yeah, that could be it. That could be it. I feel that. So the the cover, I was like, this cover is so interesting. So what made you like have the dogs in the video? Because I know the song is about love. So what
Yeah.
made that?
Well, it's so funny because we literally thought of this last minute, but it was the night before, and my friend, my writer, my everything, Tristan. He's such a dope person. I love him. But
Look, blushing over there.
oh no, that's just my writer. I have my boyfriend named Wayne. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but no. So yeah, I was sitting on the couch, and then my boyfriend was like, he sent me the cover of Gin and Juice of my dad's,
Oh.
and I was like, oh, that'll be dope. And I was like, but how will we do this? I was like, would I be the dog? Like, I'm confused. And Tristan, and then Tristan was like, we could use your dogs, and I was like, oh shit, that'll be dope. And
Mhm.
so he came the next day, and then we just shot them. And there's a girl dog and then there's a boy dog. So the girl dog's supposed to be me, and then the boy dog is supposed to be Wayne, who is my boyfriend.
Okay.
So
Yes.
yeah,
That's it.
so kind of like
That's,
Jenny Juice. My dad turns into the Doberman, so it's like
uh,
those dogs were us. So
mhm. Oh, that's impressive. I like that idea. I actually have a Doberman now at home. I love that dog. They're super protective.
yeah, I want a Doberman eventually when I
Yeah.
get
Mhm.
a house.
Which one would you want to get? Do you want to get the muscly one, like the what is it, the European one, or you want like what's the other one called? The American Doberman. Or
Oh,
you,
I don't even know the difference, but probably the American one, and I want to
Okay.
try
Yes, I love their coat. It's so
it
soft. They're
so
so
much.
sweet, protective. Like honestly, best
Mm.
dogs. So during the pandemic, what would you say? Like, has it been different for you? And has it like blocked your creativeness in any way, or you feel like it's been pushing it to elevate?
I think it definitely elevated it because before the pandemic, I really wasn't focused on my music career. I was just focused on being a young adult or a teenager at the time, just being out and being with friends and just not being focused, not, focusing on what's important now. And then, like the saying, work hard now, play later. And so with me being, quarantined, it was like, okay, what's the plan for you? What are you going to do? And
Right.
so then I kind of just helped me tap into my creative side. Like, all right, like I literally recorded my whole EP in my living room, literally. So yeah, it's a lot of emotions and feelings, and as an artist, you express those things through music or whatever, whether you're a writer, a singer, a painter, however you feel, you just express that.
That's
So I
beautiful.
feel like my way of expressing it was in my music. So
The music
quarantine
is
helped
powerful.
me, motivated me for sure.
Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that. So like, what would you say triggered you to want to get into the music industry?
Well, when I was like 6 or 7, like I would go on tour with my dad, and like just being on the side of the stage and just seeing everybody scream, just like seeing all these people come here for one person, and
Yeah.
seeing how he could just change people are going through. But wow, oh wait, are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was just circling. But
Yeah.
just like you never know what people are going through, so I feel like being able to make somebody forget about their problems and just having the time of their lives, watching you and knowing your songs and just loving you for you, I just felt that was dope, and I just instantly knew that's what I wanted to do. I'm like, I just want to make people happy. I want people to be able to relate to me. I want people to know that I'm human just like you, we all go through things. And just connecting with people, like, I don't know. I'm all about vibes and energy, so I feel like this is the best career to be in for me because people can relate to you and they can connect with you, they can vibe with you, they go to your shows and they're just living their best lives. So
No, that's
definitely
really,
I definitely see nothing but positive in this career for me, you know.
yeah.
So
And if you believe in it, it's definitely, that's what's usually what's going to happen. It's achievable.
yeah.
And people really do have a connection with music. So that's like their therapy in a sense. So that's really beautiful that you look at it that way, because some people might not look at it that way, and that's really special.
And some
Uh,
people do it for the money, and the
yeah,
money bonus, but it's just like when I'm in the booth, it's like I'm just naturally high. Like,
yeah,
that is my high. It's a feeling that I can't really get from nowhere else, just doing what I love to do and really being passionate about it. So,
same. It's so important. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. Like honestly.
yeah.
Seriously, because it means a lot to me. Because I don't listen, like honestly, I don't listen to music that doesn't touch me unless I'm like, unless I'm in that, that vibe where I just want to twerk or something. That's one. But if but if I'm in the mood for, something that's intellectually like touching my mind, that's what I'm gonna listen to. So it's important to have that out in the world, especially now in these times.
Right, right,
So speaking of that, like during the Black Lives Matter movement, like a lot has happened, and we're undergoing a pandemic in the midst of all of this. Like
right.
has that how should I say how's that affect you, in your well being?
I mean, it's super sad, Like I went to Joshua Tree like a couple days ago, and this white man he pulled up to the gas station, and it was me and my boyfriend. We were in the car, and the windows were rolled down, and he's just staring at us with just disgust in his eyes and in his face. just, to the point where he gets so mad that we're there to where he pulls off, and it's just like, damn, like we that intimidating to where you don't even want to be in our presence, like they literally hate us. And it just makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel like we're doing something right, so it's a very sad situation, but I feel like us being black people, we should just stick together and do what's right. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them a reason to have anything negative to say about us. Like let's just be positive all in one to where
Right. For
stoppable.
real. Yeah, honestly, it's true. But sometimes it's crazy. We gotta like work twice as hard. You could the perfect person and still like be in a situation that your life could end, and you could be following, every single, tip that you've been given, and it's still left.
And
But
it's scary because on the way out there, I had got pulled over, and the
yeah,
whole time I'm nervous. Like me and my boyfriend, we're nervous. I'm like, yo, like we in Joshua Tree and this town look racist. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I'm scared. But luckily he was super cool. He knew my dad. He actually was a fan of my dad. So
I
that
bet
was a
that. Okay.
so that's a bonus right there. So it was just like in a time with what's going on now, it's very scary. Like when I see cops, I get so scared, and it's like you're not supposed to be scared when you see a cop. You're supposed to feel safe because that's what you call when you need protection.
Hmm.
So, like you said, there's nothing you can do right, you know. So
That's what
I,
it's like. Yeah,
you
but I mean,
just live for yourself, and it's just so hard to talk about because some people they get pulled over and they get killed and they didn't do anything wrong. So it's like, what do we do at this
yeah,
point? It's just you just have to try to avoid them and stay out the way.
yeah, it's sad, but we're gonna keep fighting.
Very
And I
sad, but
physically, we really are on the rise. And there's some people that don't have this issue, but I mean, I'm all for the human race. And at the end of the day, I just wish that everybody could see that, um,
mm.
we're human beings. It's like what we fighting aliens or something.
That
But
thing is like I die just like you. I bleed just like you. I'm human just like you. My skin tone is just different. We're all human at the end of the day. So when they look at us like they've never seen us, it's just like, we just have a different skin complexion. That's all it is.
that's all it is.
All it is. It's like, why are you this intimidated by that? By a skin tone? That's
I don't know. We
crazy.
got hours.
Right. We got something I don't
We
know
got
about.
some. So what would you say you prefer in a relationship? Stability or trust?
Those are both very important.
I just want to hear what you got to say because some people will pick just one.
Yeah, I think both is important.
Yeah,
I can really pick one or the other. I feel like you need trust because without trust, there's no relationship, and I feel you need stability because without stability, like you need structure. Like everything needs structure.
it
So
does.
I would definitely say both. I'm not even gonna be able to pick
I don't
one.
blame you. I don't blame. Some people really be choosing. I'm like, what are you choosing for?
Uh,
Choosing.
no, both is definitely needed in a relationship. So I
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, I feel you on that. So, what is the main message you want your music to portray?
Hmm. I'm human just like everyone else. I feel like when you're in a certain position in life, people think, you know, you don't go through things or you're not human and you're not supposed to be sad. You're not supposed to be mad because you have A, B, and C. But to me, that don't matter. You can have a big house, you could have nice cars, but when you die, that's not going with you. You
Mm-mm.
know. So I just feel like just to let people know that I'm real and like they can relate to me. Like I'm. I think I'm normal. I tell people all the time, I think I'm this normal girl. And they're like, you're not normal. I'm like, yes, I am. I'm a normal ass girl, you
Yeah.
know?
People get into their own heads, I think. But that is strange because I mean, we really are all human. And you know, I'm God's child, so I definitely look at it.
I, me and you, we're
No,
both the same. We're both the same. I,
exactly.
you, there's nothing different about you than there is about me, you know? Like, we're both women,
And
you know,
beautiful.
black women. Exactly. Exactly. I love So
Yeah.
yeah, it's honestly I love real music. I love listening to a song that I can relate to
Mhm.
and that I can vibe to and that I can just feel. So I just want my music to be real as possible and I want everybody to just like I want it to be an escape. Like when you hear my music, you just escape and you just forget about everything, you know? Like
Felt that
I
though.
don't know. I'm all about just
Felt
like
that.
helping and just being there for people because
Mhm.
you know, that's part of my caring trait. So it's not even about me. It's more so for the people. Like,
I
you know,
feel you. I feel you all
just
the way. When is
bless
this? When is the EP dropping? Since you
August
like want
1st.
people to escape, I want to hear this escape. Yeah.
August 1st is dropping, and it's really like it's coming of age. You know, like I have a song called 21 on there, and it's just about being 21, and what do they say is going to happen when you're 21? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like everything I've been through, like you know, and this is just 8, 9 songs, you know. So just imagine the more I grow and the more I grow, it's going to be, you know, even better and even more experiences that I can, you know, tell and share with the world.
Beautiful. Like I can't wait to hear the EP though, honestly. And it's like really close to my birthday, so that'll be a good treat.
When's your birthday?
September 2nd.
Okay, so you're a Virgo.
Yes, Virgo baby.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what else would I want to ask you? I want to make sure I got everything, and I want to make sure. I don't know. Let me see what time it is. All right.
Oh, we have the time limit?
Yeah, because I know. I think we're supposed to do 30 minutes, but I don't know.
I'm
Are
like,
you
vibing. I'm good.
okay? That's exciting to hear. So so during the pandemic, what how like have, is there any hobbies that you know figured out that you're into that you might have not looked into before?
Mm, I mean, I like watching movies. If,
What movie are you watching now?
well, I don't know. I love old school movies. Like I
Oh,
love old romantic movies like the Notebook era, like
I
uh,
never saw it. Oh my god.
so good.
Yeah.
I'm really into movies, just because, like I said, you know, I'm very,
Said
you know,
fine chocolate ass. I'm sorry.
what'd you say?
No, somebody said fine chocolate ass. They're like is it, you know when certain words like it just like I was like okay.
But yeah, no, something
Mhm.
about movies, like I be feeling like I'm living vicariously through them, you know.
Yeah. No,
So
I feel that too because like I don't know. I've been doing what is that? That is actually a show. What is it called? Black Lightning. Have you ever watched that?
oh, I mean not Black China, China McClain.
No, it's like a superhero and he's
Yeah,
black.
I think McClain's in there.
Oh, he is.
No,
Wait, what? Say it.
China from
Oh, show who
Amazon.
that is. China, the girl China. Yes, I love her, and I love
Uh,
her Instagram. She's so inspiring. She recently cut her hair too,
well,
and
see, that's what
so
I love. I love to see that. Like she said, do what you want to do, no matter what nobody has to say. Period. You know. So
like she's empowered in that movie, and he empowered in real life. So that's dope.
mm,
Or a show, I
I
should
love
say.
that.
That show, like you gotta seen it, so you did see it though.
I just saw like a couple episodes. I didn't really get into it like that.
I was
I'm gonna
obsessed.
def- yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down and really watch it. But I really just watch Disney Plus and like I love Cinderella.
Oh, okay.
I love her storyline. I don't know, like she, you know, she had to go through the struggle to get it to make it to the top. So I think that was dope. And you know,
Yeah,
I
has a
and
lot of messages.
sometimes God makes you go through things because it's about to be a better outcome, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? The main message I love out of Cinderella, now that you point that out, like there is a lot of messages in there, especially the fact that, she was getting bullied by the girls, but in actuality, they were jealous of her because of her beauty. She probably thought she was, you know,
And then she never changed. She never disrespected them, even though they treated her like hell. She
yeah.
still, catered to them and did what she had to do, and look where it got her, and look where it got them. So it just made me feel like no matter how people treat you, you still remain the same, and you be a better person always, and then you'll get blessed.
For real. Like it's definite, like for real, because it definitely humbles you when you do go
Oh,
through certain. And some people are just naturally, humble people and they know God. So
mhm.
that's plus for me. Like
Exactly.
I, that's
Exactly.
all I want around me. Nothing else.
Exactly. God, that's my best friend. That's
Yeah,
my
he is for real. That's what we got to look to, especially during times like this, because it's a blessing to still be breathing. And I think people sometimes take stuff for granted, but it truly is a
right,
blessing. And it's
right,
a blessing.
right.
I feel your energy right off of here, like you really dope. And I'm happy you, Umbrella. That says a lot about you for real. So
And people be like, Cinderella, why? And it's just like, oh, you have to understand, like, there is so many messages in here, and just the fact that she stayed sane through it all, even the fairy godmother coming and, saving her. It's just, you just have to have hope, no matter if your days are dark and it just doesn't seem like it's getting better. You just have to have hope, and God will come through because He
amen.
always.
Amen. I was praying just now for a second. Go ahead. Because it's so true. Um,
Yeah.
like I guess a lot of people are going through mental abuse with themselves. What are like some tips that you feel like you could give to those who are going through it mentally and feel like they don't have a way out, or they feel like they can't cater to their dreams?
Ooh, I think you just need to get a relationship with God. Like it's so cliche, and you're like, well, because at first, I really wasn't. I always believed in God, but I wasn't as in tune as I am with Him today. Like I really be having conversations with Him, like this really my my best friend. And so I feel like that's important because during this quarantine, it's made us all, you know, think about a lot, and sometimes even make us depressed and sad, and I was I was going through some things, but God never fails me. Like I'm just a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, you know so it's just like, well, why is my life like this, and why is this happening, and why is this happening? But then all these good things start coming, and then these blessings start coming, and then you're like, oh, I get it, So I feel like instead of just giving up and just ready to end it all, I feel like you need to realize your purpose. What are you here for? What does God have you on this earth for? You know, and just pray. Have conversations with him. Like really make that your best friend because he's going to be there for you. He's never going to fail you as long as you obey. You
And
know, I sound like a preacher,
there's
but
nothing wrong with that. Trust me, because I feel like there's a lot of people who probably are on here right now that needed to hear that.
mm,
I do believe God speaks through us, so He
for
probably speaking right now to many
this is
people. Right?
speaking right now.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong. I take it all in.
Like I feel like when life gets hard for us, we instantly want to give up because that's the easiest thing to do is to give up. But you literally have to keep going, keep swimming, and just have faith. Like God is so real. Like there's no better way I can put this. Like He's so real, and He
Yeah,
is. He's going to guide you. He's going to lead you. He's going to be there for you, even when your days is dark and hard. Every day is not going to be perfect. That's not what life is. You go through things, but you're going to be straight. So
yeah.
whatever y'all, you're going to be straight.
But I feel like people probably really get into their own heads, and it's a
Oh,
hard place
yeah.
out of.
Sure.
Yeah. So, like, with that being said, like,
One of my friends came over here and he was talking to us about, like, he wanted to give up, and he felt like his life wasn't on the right track, and I said, God brought you here for a reason. So we could talk to you. And so we could tell you your purposes. So we could tell you to keep going, you know? Because like I say, like suicidal thoughts and just giving up, it, it passes everybody's mind, no matter what. Because life gets hard. It gets really hard.
Mhm.
But you have to keep going and know that there's going to be a better outcome at the end of the day, no matter
They need to listen to Dory.
what.
Listen to Dory. I think
I
it's
just
so and they need to listen to God, both. Because I guess, yeah, I think people get stagnated. And the best, like you said, like the best thing to do is take action, really. And those amongst you might have the best word of advice, or that conversation with God might just spark something, you know? You
and
can't give
just like you don't see him. You don't. So sometimes it's kind of hard, like, or all these bad things could be happening to you. You're like, well, if God was real, He wouldn't let this happen, and He wouldn't this, and He. But you just gotta trust His process. You gotta go through the bad to get through the good. That's with everything in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things that I went through, and I'm like, why am I going through this? You love me, right? Why are you putting me through this? But it made me stronger. It made me, it made me everything that I am today. If I didn't go through those things, then I wouldn't have been the woman I am today. You
He
know?
is gems. Job, Freya, say you dropping the gems. You sure are. You blessing everybody. So, God,
Yeah.
you right this moment, honestly.
And I feel like purpose too on this earth is just uplifting people and letting people know they have a purpose and to keep going and no matter what you're going through, like follow your dreams and keep going at it. No matter what nobody has to say.
Exactly. You gotta
That's all
going.
that matters.
No, for real, for real. So those, I guess we can end with this. Like those who are stagnated, in the music industry, uh, or they feel like they don't have hope. Do you have anything or any tips that you could probably give those who are in the music industry, that struggle with believing in themselves or feel like their friends aren't for them? Like, what advice would you give those people?
um I feel like when you're a celebrity and you're so used to being in the limelight, you're not really living reality, you know,
Okay.
because everything is just
Interesting.
like, how do I explain it? Like, everybody's catering to you, everybody's bowing down to you. Like, it's not real life, you know?
Okay. Oh, I never really looked at it like that because I really don't be. I don't know. I'm sorry. I really
Yeah,
don't get
it's
it.
not real life, and you have a bunch of yes men around you. You don't have people that are going to tell you about yourself and that are going to be there for you genuinely, So I feel like what I say all the time, I'm like, instead of buying jewelry worth millions and millions of dollars, I'm going to invest in a therapist. I'm going to invest in a nutritionist. I'm going to invest in yoga lessons because I don't want to be,
Girl, you
because
bless
I don't,
the time. I'm not playing right now.
because
You know,
I
for
don't
the
be
people.
this
Yeah.
big star and lose myself. I still want to be in tune here, in tune
Yeah.
here. I want to be in tune with myself. I don't want to forget why I did this. I don't want to forget how I got here. I don't want to forget who I am. And I feel like that's why a lot of these celebrities, they do struggle with mental health or whatever they're going through, is because they lost themselves, literally lost themselves. And I
Yeah.
don't get to the point where I lose myself because I'm too in tune with my feelings, my emotions, with everything. so,
Yeah, enough. Here we go.
so if I
Oh
just
my
stay sane, no matter how big I get, no matter, you know, no matter if the whole world knows me, if I have millions and millions of followers and millions of dollars, like, I want to still remain humble, the same. Like, I'm not gonna change for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people, they be like, you walking out the house looking like this, and you, I'm just going to the grocery store. Like, what you want me to do? Put some
God.
heels on, and some makeup on, And I
Right.
feel that's why a lot of people, they attract to me because I don't give a fuck. Like, they rich or not,
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be me at the end of the day. I'm gonna be Corey at the end of the day, no matter, you know,
Yeah.
what it is. So I feel like it's very important to take care of yourself, your body, your soul, and your mind.
Yeah, it
Very,
is.
very
I,
important, because with all these things going on, and you really lose yourself. And I don't ever want to lose myself ever, because I feel like that's all I got is myself.
no,
So
honestly,
if
like
you
even
what
with, I'm sorry, I'm talking over you. No, even with the Black Lives Matter movement and everything, I don't know, it really took a toll on me. Like it really took a toll on me, so I had to snap out of it. Like even talking about this makes me emotional, and it like it's just sad. So I get
yeah
that. You can't let anything or any situation block your actions or block your movement. Because the best way to help others is to move yourself at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to
yeah
do it. So I feel you on that 100%. I really, really appreciate you so much for coming on here at
thank
R&B Crazy. We really, really enjoyed you to the fullest. Trust me and believe me. Oh, for real,
let's
this conversation.
yeah yeah let's do it again. I love to talk and just to enlighten others, and you know
So, do you think you could sing for us? Would you like to drop a
oh
little? You
I
go.
first verse of with you.
Uh,
Okay, let me see.
so much.
Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
Okay. Shaking up, you're so right. When it's dark, you're there when I need light. Hold me down, and it's for life. I'm the lucky one.
Hey,
Love me when you're smoking your weed. Love when you handle me. You're the man that I need. Too much history for us to get upset and leave. You make me complete like the jam of the week. If I be 1,000, loving you has never been a problem. And I don't get this way often. Falling, falling, don't wanna get up. Okay, that's it.
you like in the zone for a second. You was about to think that I froze for a second. Uh, no, but no, that was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed that. Thank you
I
so you probably gonna raise some faithful men with that song, and some women gonna really be getting on these men about it.
like faithful men at. Let me know. Give me some hearts if you black and faithful.
That's good. That's what we need. That's what we need. So much. I guess we're gonna like tap out. But is there anything you wanna tell the people before we part ways?
Make sure you guys cop my EP August 31st, dropping on all platforms, 21. I hope everybody has a blessed day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for having me. You're such a sweetheart. Love your vibes.
Thank
And I'm
you.
the best.
I wish you the best as well. Honestly, blessings. And everybody, please stay on. We have a announcement at the end. Um, but yes,
Oh, what's
bye. Oh, you want to hear the announcement? You can hear the announcement. You can stay on with me if you want to.
yeah, let me hear that, girl.
All right. All right, we're gonna get into this announcement, y'all. And so the announcement is we have two contests, right? So the first contest gives people a chance to win $100, and you'll be in R&B Crazy's playlist. So that's really dope. And all you got to do is follow us on R&B Crazy and DM us for more info. And then the other contest gives you a chance to win $500.
Ooh.
So $500, and you also will get free PR from this. But all you need to do is have $100 in order to do the submission fee, and then from there, just also DM us for more details on that. So yes, we're
Y'all
gonna yeah,
actually spend $100 and $500.
yes, yes, we doing that. We doing that. We trying to make money for our community for
Yeah,
sure. Like we all for the community, honestly.
such a beautiful thing. Well, thank you for having me again. It was nice meeting you.
Likewise, you're such a cancer. She's such a cancer.
Thank you.
It's All right.
Bye.
That is so funny.